Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey and Daytona, Florida. So this is just a little video to discuss the state of the motorcycle audio industry as of, what are we, at the end of the first week in February 2025. So the beginning of a brand new year, brand new season. We got Bike Week, that's 3 weeks away here in Daytona, Florida. The A to B interfaces for the new 2024-2025 bikes. Nobody has come to market yet. Jay from Volunteer Audio is still in the lead. Then he actually just shipped me a sample of the unlocked version of the DSP A to B interface, so we should be playing with that tomorrow. I'll do an updated video before this weekend. All the other companies are struggling with the A to B interface. I got confirmed shipping from the Nav TV / Mobridge piece that it will be here February 14th. But Jay's the Volunteer Audio still in the lead with their unit because they're available here shipping. The Mobridge pieces are supposed to be excellent. There's a lot of promises, but we don't have a prototype yet. So I don't believe something until I test it. I trust Mobridge, I trust Nav TV, so I know it's gonna be killer, but it's not here yet. On the competition audio side, there have been some waves. There's two guys in the industry that I love and respect, and I consider them friends. We speak, me and Jay Ford from Custom Wings, we speak on a weekly basis. And me and KB, Keith Barker, we speak like once a month. I'm an authorized dealer for the KB line of speakers. They do really well in parking lot pimp bikes and competition bikes. Jay and KB, Baby Legs, had a little altercation after the last few shows. There were some words exchanged, so they actually made videos going at each other, which kind of hurt me a little bit because there's two guys that I like and respect in the industry that a lot of people look up to, and to see animosity and bad blood between them was not a good look. It got disrespectful. Like KB said some things that he shouldn't have said, and Jay replied with some things that maybe he shouldn't have said. And at the end of the day, I think sometimes we forget that this is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be a sport, it's supposed to be a pastime, something that we do on the weekends when we're not working. And there was money involved, there was threats made, there was bets made, there were wagers, all the stuff that could turn into violence and definitely give the sport a black eye. And then I'm only mentioning these two guys because I know these two guys personally, and I know these two guys love the industry. They put their entire heart into this, and to have a misunderstanding and then trash talking, it's bad. I want to see these guys work it out. Just get in the ring and figure it out, and whoever wins. Jay and I already spoke about it. Me and Keith Barker didn't speak about it yet, but I'm sure we will. Jay told me the way he feels, and I understand. Like, I'm not saying either one is wrong. I think the way they handled it was wrong. It could be handled better. And then you guys, the viewers, keep adding fuel to the fire because you keep commenting and picking sides and trash talking. I just want this thing to end. And they're both building badass bikes, and I want to hear both bikes. I want to see both bikes. I just want to keep it fun. I hope these guys can work it out. I hope they can shake hands. Then what people don't realize is there's a lot of time and money spent figuring this stuff out. And I know for a fact KB has a chip on his shoulder because he's always been the underdog and he's always had to prove himself. And this guy's a real genius. So this guy's always stirring up trouble at events because he knows he can. He likes to get a rise out of people. And you can't shut him up because this guy always pulls up with a bike that performs. Like, this guy does things that nobody else can do, and he's beating big name shops. And then on top of it, so I carry his woofers. A lot of people are saying that his woofers are copies of other woofers, that he just puts his name on it, this and that. What I want you guys to understand is, let's say that is what he's doing. How come you guys don't take the same woofer that he's accused of copying and beat him with the same woofer? Like, doesn't matter to me. I don't have a horse in this race. It doesn't matter either way. But if you're accusing him of copying a woofer, then you should be able to take the same woofer and run him over. And I haven't seen anybody do that yet. So I give him credit, whether he copied the woofer or not, whether he had the woofer made or not. I give him credit for delivering a product that's repeatable, and he's consistently in the top 3. He's consistently winning, and he's consistently beating people with bikes. The current bike, the controversy bike that he currently built, doesn't have a tour pack, and he's beating people that have bikes with tour packs and fairings. Like, do you understand how hard that is to do? How difficult that is to do? And then, to add insult to injury, he took a lesser known name brand like DS18, and he's been running people over left and right. So he designed a woofer, or copied a woofer, whatever you want to call it, did excellent in 2023, 2024. Then he teamed up with DS18 about a year ago, a product that nobody uses in competition, and came out and built one of the baddest bikes I've heard. And I've listened to a lot of bikes. So you can't take anything away from the guy. He built a shop in his house, doesn't have any major sponsorships or major brands behind him. He takes $10,000 rear end kits, cuts them up, makes them thicker, makes them wider, makes them better. And I haven't seen anybody run him over yet. So you got a guy that's taking lesser known equipment and making amazing things happen. You got a guy that doesn't have a shop backing. You got a guy that doesn't have the latest, fanciest tools. But you guys can't beat him, can't shut him up. He always builds something that's consistently powerful, strong base. Like, you can't ignore him. You have to respect him no matter what. You can hate this guy, but when you're talking about motorcycle audio and competition, you have to mention his name because he's in the top 10. And Jay Ford, same thing. Jay Ford started with wings only, and to my understanding, he has the most powerful gold wings out there. There's nobody I know that can build a gold wing and make it as loud as Jay can and give it as much bass. That's what he does. Then he started dabbling with Harleys, and then his Harley's a complete, absolute monster. The bike sounds incredible. And now he's switched over. So I talked to Jay a lot, and Jay's against using the major name brand $900 speakers that everybody's running. So he likes to go against the grain and try and figure out. So just like KB likes to figure stuff out on his own by using lesser known brands, Jay does the same thing. So right now he's rocking with Nemesis Audio, which nobody's ever heard of, ever used, and he's set to prove a point that he's gonna win using speakers that cost 20-30% what the major name brand speakers cost. So these are two guys that you might not like them, but you got to respect them, and what they're doing is forcing the industry to be better, because for a while it felt like it was sort of copy paste. You bought these bags, you bought these speakers. If you were fortunate enough to line up with a really good tuner, and then you won. So now you got guys coming with lesser known name brands winning in the competition circuit, and it's really shaking stuff up, and it's proving that it's more about the builder and the tuner than it is about the equipment. So Giari is a brand that looks like they came out of nowhere. Giari's been around for years. Back in SOS, when featherweights were not allowed to have 10-inch drivers, the original featherweight class was 8-inch, 6-speaker limit, no sealed bags, and you couldn't have 10s, and you couldn't run subwoofers. Giari, we ran a lot of Giari on our featherweight builds, and nothing can touch the output when you do 2/8 in each bag, and it was like an industry secret, and not a lot of people knew about them. These things handled a ton of power. They worked in small bags. It was an amazing speaker. It is now, in the past 12 months, 24 months that people are mentioning Giari and talking about Giari. There's a lot of shops. I know Miami Sound uses them. There's a lot of competition guys running them, and they're making a name for themselves. And they're making it to the top, first, second, and third place. Another company, I remember when Bema and Euphoria dominated the entire market. Everybody that was competing, everybody was winning, was using Bema and Euphoria. Now, Bema and Euphoria are still elite. They're still top of their game. A lot of competition guys are using them. But now you have to mention names like Keith Barker's using DS18. You got Maniac. Has been making noise a lot lately in the competition circuit. Gale Force has been making noise in the competition circuit. If Jay Ford has his way, Nemesis Audio is going to be making noise. Keith Barker's winning with DS18. So it's going to be exciting to see what happens in 2025. I know a lot of people doing builds with a lot of different brands. I get a lot of people call me for advice when it comes for tuning on some of these big builds, and they're running stuff that that you guys haven't seen in 23 and 24. 25 is going to be really, really interesting. I'm excited for it. I was just talking to Lex Rivera, and the new version of his shop truck is going to be insane. Like, nobody's going to be ready for what Lex is doing. He's keeping it secret. He's shown me pictures. He sent me videos. It's going to be a problem, and he's going to have it ready for Daytona. I'm excited for that. So it's just gearing up for 2025, trying to I'm hoping that everybody can keep everything positive. I'm hoping that Baby Legs, KB, and Jay Ford can squash the beef and handle their differences in a peaceful, fun manner. I hate it when I see people calling people out. Actually, I like them calling people out, but betting money or being disrespectful, that part's not cool. But KB is always going to continue to talk crap. That's what he does. He will always speak his mind, and he will always make a video after an event, and his videos get thousands of views, so obviously you guys care what he has to say. And if you don't want him to say something, just make sure you talk to him in a show, make sure you guys, or else he's going to air it out. He disagrees with the way some of these shows are ran, some of the way these shows are judged. And he speaks his mind. A lot of people love to hate this guy, but if you get to know KB and you talk to him, the dude will give you the shirt off his back. One thing that I really, really love about him is when he builds these bikes for his clients and his friends, he will always stop what he's doing and show up at a show and support his customers, support his clients, and be there with the bikes to talk to people. And like, whenever these guys come out, they always come out together and they always come out strong. And isn't this what this is all about anyway? Like, isn't it to build something and be different and have a friendly, respectful competition and have fun? Like, so hopefully it can work this out. I love this industry. This industry has made me a ton of money, but even better, it's made me a ton of friends. It's made me, I literally have people, every time there's a show in a different state, I always have at least 50 people like, hey, if you need a place to stay, come over to my house. I got you. You park your bike here. Like, that's crazy considering you guys only know me from YouTube. There's so many people. I just had the issue with the negative review, and I did a video, and the amount of support, got over 100 comments. You guys are awesome. Got a ton of reviews. Left me reviews, positive reviews, talking about the experience that you've had dealing with me. Dude, if you can get me on the phone, I'm gonna help you. You don't have to spend any money with me. If I can help you solve a problem, I will help you for free. It's just, it's a double-edged sword. Because I'm popular, it means I'm busy. So most of these phone calls, I answer when I'm in my truck on my way to pick up lunch for the guys at the shop. I got 15, 20 minutes. Then the rest of the day I'm grinding. It's like somebody made a comment that I should hire a salesman or a secretary. I am the salesman. I am the secretary. I don't need to be in the Bay. I'm in the Bay because I'm nosy and I like to see what's going on in my shop, and I love talking to customers, and I love seeing all these different builds. Technically, I'm supposed to stay in the front, answer the damn phone all day, and be in front of a computer. That's boring to me. So I answer most of my phone calls forward to my cell phone. I text back as much as I can, but I don't think you guys realize that running 3 shops in 2 different states, dealing with, I help manufacturers. Like, there's a lot of manufacturers that I work with. There's a lot of stuff coming out in 2025 that I'm not allowed to speak about. So in an 8 to 10 hour day, I have to deal with manufacturer phone calls, my client tech support phone calls, my sales calls, helping other shops with issues they're having, helping random people in the internet that have questions about bikes that I'm never going to be able to see or touch. And to get all this done in an 8 hour day and then go home and spend time with my family, it takes a lot. Like, I do the best that I can, and I will always continue trying to help. And I love this industry, and I love all you guys. But there's only so much I can do in a day. And some people are going to fall through the cracks, because when you get 200, 300, 400 phone calls a day, you're not going to be able to answer all of them. You're not be able to get to every single email. But my point is, I love this industry. Want to continue to see this industry to grow the way it has. Ricky Will from Team Money Cycle is doing amazing things to help the industry. Shop owners, there's a lot of shop owners out there that I respect. Troy Milliner from Troy Milliner Shop's amazing. He's the guy that built Zeus Audio Concepts. Amazing shop. And Troy, the way Troy, you never hear Troy in drama, you never hear him in controversy. He comes out, does what he does, win, lose, or draw. You never see him scream, yell, get upset. But Troy's a true businessman. He'll come, do his thing, and then go home with 10 new customers' bikes to build in his shop. He's a real shop owner. Like, I respect the way he does things. He wins consistently. If he loses, doesn't complain. And then at the end of the day, it's about business. So he comes, hangs out, has a good time, but he's taking home 10 bikes to build to do business. Like, I like the way he does things. There's the guys from Real Audio. I love the way you never see them in any drama. They come out, they have a good time, they build some badass bikes. Um, I don't want to miss anybody, but there's so many people like Carl with the Hulk bike. Great build, comes out, always has a good time. Uh, like, there's a bunch of really good shops out there consistently building bikes. The guys from E&J. The crew from E&J consistently come out. They consistently win. They're running some badass bikes. You got Walter Gross. You got Night Fury, built by my boy Georgie. You got Venom. Badass bikes. They win consistently when these guys come out. It's a problem. Any bike that Alex Hayes tunes is a problem. It's gonna win consistently. Like, these are guys that I look out for, and every time they build something, I want to see what they're doing that's new and up and next and coming. But just want to see more good time, less drama in 2025. I rambled on long enough. Hope to see you guys in Daytona Bike Week. My shop's gonna be open all week doing installs and tunes. So stop by. I would love to shake your hand, meet you, and take a listen to your bike. Talk to you guys later.